All right, guys, majority of, if not anything, all the big news is behind us. Okay. Elections are in. FOMC was today. We had, Mr. Papa Powell come out and talk to us for a little bit. Market continued to rally. Not too much change, right? Another 25-point basis cut. As expected, should have been baked in. But again, we know that we're kind of rallying up here because of what, just unfolded with the election. So let's talk about what to expect from the Nasdaq, because this is going to be important, especially for a lot of newer traders and a lot of traders who, just kind of getting into the whole, technical analysis side of things, right? I'm not a fundamental trader. I know that fundamentals, I know that catalysts, they move the market, but technically it's got to come through my levels anyways. So yesterday, we started a breakout. Okay, this is a classic breakout of a consolidation. What we're looking at here is the daily chart. We're looking at a 3-day distribution. What is distribution? It's just another word for consolidations. It's a little bit of a back and forth fight between bulls and bears. Okay, before that, prior, we were kind of sitting up here at these highs. We had one touch point, two touch point, and then we came all the way back down to the 50 SMA, 50 EMA. So this was a strong level of support. Why? Because if you kind of go back in time to the end of September, you can see we started to create a little bit of a floor here before putting this run up. And then we had a long distribution period here. And then we're back down to this floor. So again, it was kind of to be expected. Like if we did put in this little bit of a bounce and started to make our way down, that could be signifying a bear market, right? You're below the 50-day moving average. You spend some dedicated time below the 50-day moving average, you can definitely turn into a bear market. So, could people see a bounce coming? Sure. A bounce this big, 1,000 points in just a matter of 2.5 days. I don't know. But that's a lot, right? That's a lot. So what to expect from the Nasdaq going forward is, and this is my honest opinion, you're going to need to stay patient. Okay. You're going to need to really find your A+ setups. You're going to need to really control your position sizing. Yes, this is pushing all-time highs, and we just made all-time highs today, but this is not a time where you want to go around and just start throwing on max size and say, hey, buy every dip opportunity, which you want to lean into buying the dip. You want to lean into the bulls. But why I say you need to be patient and really watch your position sizing is because we need to establish price up here. Okay. And what does that mean? We're in no man's land. Look at this daily chart. Look at the breakout through the linear regression. This is a linear regression here. Look at the breakout. Look at the double top breakout that we had here. There's nothing up here, right? You notice how all down here, there's all kinds of these squiggly lines. There's all kinds of these moving averages and stuff. Look at this. That's all supply and demand, okay? That's all support and resistance. Notice how between this blue line and this blue line in this box, right? There's nothing here. We've got a little bit of a Bollinger Band, but that's going to move with price. We've got a rising support here at the 5-day moving average, but there's nothing here, okay? So what's going to happen, and this is what gets traders in trouble, is shorts start to get trapped, okay? Because they start to call the tops anywhere in here. They start to call tops, and then you see the market kind of push down to find a baseline, and it's like, no, buyers, they just push it up higher. So it wicks higher, and once it wicks higher, what happens is it eliminates all those shorts, because typically if you're short, you're putting your stop loss where? A few points above high of day, for example. So if we break high of day, guess what happens? All those shorts come out, new sellers come in, and you cause a little bit of a squeeze. And then shorts come in again. They do the same thing. And then they get taken out, and you cause a little bit of a squeeze. So it just kind of keeps floating higher. So we know what the catalyst was. We know what started this. Trump, okay? He won the elections. It is what it is. You like it, you hate it, doesn't matter. That's what's going on here. Nothing was said during FOMC today to kind of change anything. Now, does that mean we can't pull back tomorrow? 100 points, 200 points, 300 points? No, we can. We can absolutely pull back. And why? Because our support is down here. Okay, so let me read you this price. Our support, our daily support, is sitting down here at 20,765. So we're about 300 to 400 points down before we find any real support. So between this zone, between this And here, this zone, right, is our support. So until we back test this zone, hold it, consolidate, and then make new highs, we're going to be playing in this 400-point range where we're trying to establish price. So yeah, you might find some short positions. You're probably going to find better opportunities to bounce when we pull back, but you can definitely take advantage of those short positions. So what do we expect? I'm expecting, you know, again, we're going to back test at some point. We're going to pull back at some point. We're going to have intermediate support here at 21,124, which is a Bollinger Band, but that's going to do to rise. But ultimately, 21,584 would be our major pit stop before something significant happens. So if we just kind of continue to float in this manner without coming down first, then I would expect the reaction in this zone to come down far, right? To come down farther. What you would want to see in a healthy market is maybe even tomorrow, if we gap up or we kind of flush the sweep the highs from today, and then we kind of pull back tomorrow, right? That's healthy. And then maybe starting next week, you kind of consolidate where you have a bounce and, you know, go sideways, and then maybe pull back one more day and then start to take out this higher low here, pull back here, pull back here, right? That's healthy. That's healthy. But you can kind of see what we're doing here 3 days straight up. Now, again, this can continue for another 1, 2, 3, 4 days. We can just continue tomorrow higher, and we can continue Monday higher before we hit this supply zone. So we can go, you know, a total of 4, 5, 6 days higher before that pullback comes. And when that pullback comes, it doesn't necessarily mean that, oh, the market's coming all the way back down here. It doesn't mean that. It just means that it's pulling back so drastically because we floated so much higher so quickly. Like we're up 1,000 points from the lows. So that's why. So what to expect? Here's how I'm going to play it out tomorrow. If we open up and you wake up tomorrow, okay, and we have gapped up over today's highs, be careful with going long right off the bell. Okay, be careful with going long right off the bell. I'm going to look more so for maybe a short-term run off the bell and then maybe catch a pullback and then look to bounce after that pullback. If we open up below today's lows, I'll let the short go. And I'll let that come into some type of hourly or 4-hour or 30-minute support zone. And then I'll see if I can catch the bounce back up. And then for sure through today's highs. Because right now momentum is on the bull side. So I'm 90% long bias. Just because I'm 90% long bias does not mean that I will not scalp this thing short if I get the opportunity to do so, because I will. It just means that I'm leaning more towards the bulls. I want to stay with, I don't want to get in front of this freight train and tell myself, you know, there's a lot of people that say, that's it. You know, we're going to come all the way back down and I'm going to catch a 500-point move. No, I'm not telling myself that. You know, I might look for a 5-10 point scalp to the downside and just get the heck out of Dodge and then look to continue to bounce this thing higher. But until we, you know, either A, we touch this up here or we close below a prior day's low, I'm not looking to be short biased. I'm not looking to just look for the shorts. I'm looking for the bounces. I will take the short scalps when we lose a level of support, just as a quick little scalp. And that's about it. That's what I'm going to be expecting for tomorrow. I'm going to take it very light tomorrow. I'm actually leaving out of town tomorrow in the morning. So I will only be around for the open. To everyone else, I hope you guys all had a good week. You know, if you didn't have a good week, Friday's not going to do it for you. You're not going to make all your wins back on Friday, and you shouldn't try to. And you know, if you're already green for the week, Friday's not going to put you over the edge to where you're a millionaire tomorrow. So just take it nice and slow, nice and easy. Again, if you guys want to join the Discord, there's a free section to that Discord. I also have a 24-hour free trial that turns into a monthly option, and then I also have a like a yearly package or a lifetime package there. Also, guys, make sure to like the video on your way out. I would highly appreciate that. It really helps out the YouTube algorithm. And I will see you guys all on the next video.